Hello, I am Nell Wood. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout for back lower body. So this is going to be 3 sets of exercises to work the back lower body. I covered them in the intro. If you want to know how to do them, I'm just going to jump right into it. So follow along. We're going to start with about 30 to 45 seconds to 60 seconds of cardio. Make sure that you're protecting everything. When you do this, it's just I think they sometimes call these butt kicks. I am picking up and hitting the back of that glute, the back of my butt. I guess my butt is in the back. Just starting to get the heart rate up a little bit. So this is I'm trying to keep the knees pointed down to the ground so it's not a high step, but if that is something that you prefer, of course, do whatever feels good. We're just doing this for, like I said, not longer than a minute. It's to get the heart rate going. Make sure that you keep the shoulders out of the ears and that you are protecting all the joints and everything as you do this. I do work out barefoot. You have heavy weights around, so make sure that you're always paying attention to that so you don't hurt yourself. All right, a few more of those kicks. And then, oh, see, I hit my foot. Not good, but it's all right. It doesn't really hurt. We're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. Bring yourself as wide as that feels good to you, and then bring yourself forward. If you want to reach for the floor, you totally can. You can also have blocks right here. We're going to rotate to one side, bringing that left arm up. Bring that left arm down, and then rotate to the other side. And we're going to do that a couple times. Make sure you keep your knees bent as you do this. All right, make sure you go to each side about 3 times, and then lifting yourself up to come into an upright position and bring those legs back together. And then the last warm-up is going to be on hands and knees. I'm actually going to bring this blanket down to keep my knees protected. Make sure you've got room to press back. Coming into that stable table, send back. I'm starting with the right leg, so make sure it's staying close to the midline. Send that back, and then keeping the ball on the floor, gently press back with your whole self. So you start to stretch, especially that calf. We're going to be doing some work with the calf muscle, so stretch the back of that leg. Make sure you protect your knee. Other side. You're engaging the ball. Even if you have shoes on, you're trying to find that ball. Protect the knee, and then press back. I know you can't really tell what I'm doing, but I am actually physically pressing back with my whole self to get that nice stretch on the back of the calf. All right, and then once you feel complete, you'll come up to standing. All right, so the first grouping of exercises we're going to do is the step up. Make sure you've got a step that's not too high, so you always feel in control. I've also got something that I can reach for in order to make sure that I'm always stable and supported, and so I encourage you to have a heavy piece of furniture or a wall near you. Maybe you're on an actual step and you can utilize the banister. Now this can also be done not weighted. So it's one of those things, if you're not feeling the weights, just do the move. You're going to be working those muscles. The weight just adds that little bit of extra to help build the muscle density up. I've got my right hand near the wall. I've got the weight in my left hand. I'm going to step up with the leg on the step of the hand that is weighted. Take an inhale, and here's where we're going to step up for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I'm going to come down, I'm going to turn just so I can stay in this side with you all, and we're going to do 12 on the other side, and then we'll rest for the minute. And this weight can be held in many different ways. Just make sure, 1, we're starting. Just make sure you're protecting that elbow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then coming down to rest for that minute. I'm going to bring the weight down. Make sure you've got something to drink. I've got it over here. You're always taking care of it. I got my eye on a timer, so we'll rest here for a minute. And then we'll do 2 more sets of those step-ups. And here's where, if you're all about keeping that heart rate up and burning more calories, by all means, do those butt kicks or high steps or any other sort of workout, cardio-inducing thing that feels good to you, jumping jacks. All kinds of things can be happening. I say this every session. I just like to hang out and just let my muscles rest, just let everything go back to the way it was before. But of course, it's not really the way it was before. It has changed. It has become completely different. All right, we're going to do that second set. Got the weight, got myself next to the wall. I've got the foot that I'm going to, with the same sided weight, to lift the other one. 1, 2, 3. I'm just barely resting that foot. 4 on the step. 5, 6, 7, 8. You really got to use that glute to get up. 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you're coming down to then move to the other side for 12 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, another minute rest before we go on to that last set of those step ups. You're trying to get your whole foot on the step. There is no just the ball with the heel hanging down. I really encourage you to get that whole foot on the step and then step up, and then you're just, so I guess the one you're stepping up with, you can put the whole foot down, but it is just the ball. But I want you to make sure that the foot that is stable is got the whole foot on that step. You want to make sure that you are always supported, always taking care of your joints, not putting anything in danger. Definitely watching those toes, being very, 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 very careful for your toes. All right, it's almost been about a minute. We've got that last set of 12. Got that whole foot on the step. Stepping up for that last set of 12 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, my floor is squeaky. 7, I'm trying to find the unsqueaky part. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then coming down to do that last set. Foot totally on the step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you're coming down and you're getting the step out of the way, making sure that you get the weights out of the way so you don't trip over them. All right, that second set of exercises is calf raises. This can be done dumbbells or the heavy bar. It can be done standing or seated. I'll actually show you both. We'll start with standing. Make sure that you have, I'll start with the dumbbells standing, and I'm actually going to have, I'm going to put 2 dumbbells in one hand. So I've got 2 5-pound dumbbells in one hand. I'm going to turn and face so I can put the hand without the dumbbells near the wall, just so I've got it for support. Because this is an easy, simple lift of your body, and if now it's a weighted body with those calves, you want to make sure you're not using your toes, you're coming up to the ball. So we're going to do a set of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going to wait just a minute. It is a little move. I'm going to put those down. I'm going to do the next set standing. I'm just going to turn and hold those weights in the opposite hand. And you can hold weights in both hands. And I'll do the last set of 10 seated with the heavy bar, just so you can see that variation, to see how there's different ways that you can do anything, really. A lot of these things you can do seated or standing. You can do some stuff lying down that you can do standing. It's just amazing and versatile. So let yourself reset back into how you were before, except of course you're changed, unless you are also wanting to work that cardio, so you're doing that. We've got just a few more seconds. I'm hinging over to pick up both these weights in one hand. You're doing always what feels best to you. I'm turning the opposite way. I've got them in the opposite hand, just so I'm working out both sides so it can stay somewhat even. Got my hand near the wall, and we're going to lift for 10. 1, 2. I'm just trying to lift myself straight up. 3, 4. Not using the toes, the balls. 5, 6, 7. So I'm glad I've got my hand out. 8, 9, 10. All right, we'll do that last set with the heavy bar. I'm going to put these weights just a little bit out of the way. I've got my eye on the clock, so we're still waiting for another minute. I'm going to get a drink. Always make sure you are taking care of yourself. I'm going to bring this chair a little bit closer. And so you can, of course, just have your dumbbells right here on your thighs. I've got the heavy bar. I'm coming a little bit forward. You want to make sure that you're able to lift those legs so you are getting the workout. And so this is just, I think, maybe a little bit easier, but it's up to you. So I've got the heavy bar and I'm barely holding on, and we're going to lower and lift those calves for 10. 1, 2, 3. My legs are shaking. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there is the second set of exercises, the calf raises. Now we're going to wait just a minute or so, and we're going to go into the Romanian deadlift. I'm going to set this out of the way. I'm going to recommend using one heavy weight to do this exercise. I'm also going to have this chair here so I can use it for support in doing this exercise. Now remember, you are always the boss of you, and if you do not want to lift your leg back and hinge your front body forward, you don't have to. You can do this with legs on the ground. But so that being said, make sure that you have got room in order to swing that leg back and to bring your body forward so you can then be working that back body to pull yourself up. So I'm coming to stand next to the chair, so in the back of the chair, so I've got a little bit of support. I am going to keep the weight and my leg that on the floor in the same side, and then the leg that is going back is the leg closest to the chair, and we're going to do this for 8. So you are trying to do that Romanian deadlift for 8 on this one side. So we're going to start. 1, 2. My chair's a little, I'm trying not to put weight on the chair. 3. It's all the trunk, especially that back body. 4. 5. Be careful of your elbow. 6. The weight does not have to come all the way down to the ground. 7. 8. All right, we're gonna wait. Oh, we're gonna turn around. We're not gonna wait. I'm gonna move that back a little bit. Here is 8 on this side. 1, 2, 3. Remember, no weight on the chair or on the support. 4. Protect that leg. You're not hurting that knee that you're standing on. 5. So you're not hyperextending. 6. 7. 8. I'm just letting that foot just barely slide. All right, now we're going to wait just a minute before we set that next set. I'm going to set that down. Let your body come back into how it was before. And look at that. We are less than 30 minutes. For sure less than 30 minutes. And we only have 2 more sets of this last exercise to go, and then a quick cool down, and it will be done for the back body. I already feel it all down the back body from this workout. Hopefully you're feeling it too. Hopefully it's not painful, but hopefully you definitely feel sensation and you can tell that you worked out and things are happening. So hopefully that is what's going on with you. All right, we're getting ready to do that second set. Coming closer to the support and then going for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it's coming up. I'm turning around. You might not be turning around. We're going to do 8 on that next side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, no weight on the support. 5, 6. Feel your body pull you up. 7. Last one. Keep that crown and tail in opposite directions. 8. Oh wait, we'll do one more. 8 for sure. All right, we're gonna wait another minute. I sometimes crack myself up. All right, we're gonna wait another minute, and then we're gonna do that last set, and then we will be done. Make sure you're taking drinks as you need them, taking care of yourself, always making sure that you are doing what feels best to you. I can also show you that last set with not lifting the leg. Actually, I think it might be a little bit harder. I like how that leg swing kind of helps a little bit with momentum. You don't want to rely on the leg swing because really it's right here. It's basically it's just right here. It's pulling you up, letting you go down, and then pulling you back up. Letting you come down, and then going back up. All right, third set. We've got that leg just back. I am still using that back body. 1, 2, try to keep your hips square. Just got my back toe on the floor. 3, 4, 5, try to keep that trunk long. 6, don't hyperextend that knee. All the rules. 7, 8. So that is it with the toe back there. I'm turning to do that last set, which I am going to swing for that last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, there is 3 sets of those RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. Let's do a quick cool down since we worked that back body. If you are comfortable coming into a downward dog, that's what I'm going to encourage. You can, of course, always come down to hands and knees. I'm going to come out to a downward dog, stretching that whole back body, protecting those joints. Remember to come down to table if you need it, because you can always come down to table and then pull yourself back up into your downward dog. Take a couple more breaths And then if you are pulled up into that downward dog, make your way back to rest really quick in a child's pose, letting your body reset back into the place it was before. And then I'm going to come back up. I'm going to still utilize the chair. I'm going to keep my feet underneath my hips and then send my right foot just a little bit forward, heel on the ground, and then sit myself back to get another stretch down that back body. Barely putting weight on my thigh, barely putting weight on my support just to get that nice stretch. Keep finding that hinge, keep trying to lift your trunk, and then lift yourself. And it's all about the other side. Stay with your breath. Make sure you're protecting your back of your knee. Stay with the breath. And then let yourself unhinge to come back up. Give your great big stretch. Make sure you're protecting that low back. Take a big inhale, exhale, hug, inhale, open, exhale, hug. Do that another time. Inhale, open, exhale, hug. And there you go. That is less than 30 minutes and you worked the whole back body, primarily the lower body. Come back and do more exercises with me. I hope you enjoy them. Take care.